All right, hey everyone. I wanted to make this video real quick just to explain what I was about to post. I'm sharing a couple circuits that you can actually run at home that I just whipped up. So these little Arduino boards, right, they look very different than what we're dealing with in class, but these are obviously the same Arduino boards, just without our Grove Shield above it. So the nice perk of having the Grove Shield is that we don't have to worry about all these resistant calculations, but I went ahead and threw them in for you. So they'll function exactly like we do in class, just it may look a little bit more complex. Don't worry, it runs exactly the same. So if you go into each one of these, there is four of them. Whoops. You can go ahead and go into the code. So you'll see here, this right here is the toggle code that we wrote in class. Pretty much exactly the same. You can go through it and modify it and change it as you'd like. You see we have our LED running a 3 and our button running a 2. So I can go up here and I can run my simulation and toggle the code. So if I wanted to go back to my builder, I can go here. Um, if you wanted to attempt to add your own circuits, feel free. There's some great guides out there. But right now, we're just going to look at the code and we're going to run it. So if I click Start Simulation, you'll notice that the plug goes in. Just like in class, we'll unplug it. So make sure you unplug your Arduino when you're wiring. Cough, cough. All right, over here, we can click the button and turn on and off our LED with a toggle, right? Just like we did in class. That's awesome. If I did want to access my serial monitor, in this code, I'm actually not printing anything, I believe. You can access the serial monitor down here at the bottom. All right, so this is a basic toggle code. Over here, we have our magic 8-ball code. I just replaced it with some food options. So again, we can start the simulation and we can hide and show our serial monitor. And by pressing the button, it'll give me different things. We can clear out the output if we, want to start over, and it will allow me to print out again. Fantastic. Here we have the servo code. So this is new. I know that there were some questions about analog. I'll be making a video probably this weekend or early next week describing the analog code. The analog isn't going to be on your first test, so don't sweat that. But we can go to our code here and see what we have. So again, this should map for the servo. One thing to note, and this is really important, is that this servo, or rather this potentiometer or twist knob here, only goes to 675. In class, our potentiometer goes to 1023. So just when you see that, don't be concerned. I just wanted you to get the full 180 rotation of our servo. So don't sweat that. Again, if we start our simulation, you'll see I did put a bit of a delay in here so we could see a printout, because the map function is a little new for us because we're converting one range here to another range. So you can see as I twist this, it will update my servo position every 2 seconds because my delay is 2000. Just so it gives you time to read down here what the servo rotates to and what the potentiometer is actually reading. These are going to be different numbers because we're converting. Cool. Again, you can press stop simulation to unplug your Arduino and move on to the next one. The last one, there's a lot going on here. I wanted to give you the option to play around with all of these, since some of you are probably unfamiliar with wiring all these yourselves. You can go into the code and play around with all these different options. I went ahead and set up the variables for you so they're all preset with the pins that they're in. You can actually trace the wires just like in class. Our servo here has our trigger wire, which I wired to 3. So we set up our motor for 3. Just all the basic setup is there. I just want to give you the option to play around with the code in here and maybe try some stuff we wrote in class, maybe some of these station activities that we did. Have at it. Just a reminder, if you are experiencing issues and things don't seem to be compiling correctly or working, double check that your pins are correct. Everything in here should function correctly. Feel free to email me or let me know if there's any questions. Thanks very much. My dog needs me to go. Have a great one.